Excuse me. New York is a little loud this morning. Oh, talk about Grand Rising, Grand Rising. This microphone is so sensitive. This pandemic is irritating. I can't get a lot of stuff I need to get done. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No worries. Everything will straighten out soon. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Today is a lot different than yesterday. I'm grateful for that. Today is a lot different than yesterday. Yesterday I was a part of the resistance. Calibration is real. It's so real. And it's important. I didn't even know calibration existed, mattered. I thought it was something you do with the car or a map or something. Emotional calibration is important. It's amazing to me that I was in mental health all of those years, and every session, North Carolina, Virginia, Jersey, every session with these people never produced any tools I could use to actually get some work done. Only thing they gave me were prescriptions. So I reveled in my own intelligence to heal my damn self. Excuse my French. They tried to kill me. Those pills, I'm learning now that I was not even supposed to get off of them by myself. But they kept telling me, no, 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 we got to do this, we got to do that. Listen, I'm not getting no better. I'm not even being honest with you guys. I didn't feel comfortable telling them anything that I knew before what I know now. So I'm really taking my own self-care, my own mental health, which is normal. We all have a brain. We all have emotions. I don't understand why mental health is not a big deal here. Like, you have to get a physical every year. Why don't you check on your emotional health? I'm a very emotional person, so I have to stay tuned with my emotional health. And I never knew that. I never knew that was even possible. So I've been doing a lot of work these past 3 months that I have not been on my channel, not doing any music. I have really been just putting all of my emotions on a plate, and I've been sipping through them. I've been this much wrong. I've been sifting through these emotions, baggage, past, present, future. Um, I've got a birthday tonight at midnight. I don't actually know what time I was born. Nobody knows. I have no clue how much I weighed, how long I was. I have no details about my birth. Um, I'm still waiting on to see if they can find that type of information. I'm doing the work. And it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, I know I have numbers. I know that I existed. So I've grown up past that. That took a long time. And when I was younger, I remember asking my adopted mom, and I'm like, well, do you know how much I weighed? And what I really wanted to know was my time because I wanted to do my chart. And she was like, I don't remember. That broke my heart. I guess I should have been more vocal and said, like, that broke my heart. But in a household where feelings aren't allowed for children, I guess I never even thought to say, wow, that hurts, mom. So I have a lot of things to deal with. And I guess it triggered the moment I became an actual mother. Um, well, I know that was a trigger. Once I became a mother, everything shifted. My thinking, my choices, my and which is a good thing. I'm proud of that because I know a lot of people that doesn't happen or it happens too late. Um, I'm happy for today. I'm happy for today. I'm happy I'm showing up with a smile. Yesterday was heavy, but it still turned out beautiful. I was able to once again bond in a natural way with one of my cousins. And it was hard. It was uncomfortable, but it we all have healing that we have to do. And I've always been a creator. Like before I was a creator and knew I was a creator, I was a creator. I love arts. I love music. I had no idea the talents that I was born with and that we recognized in my family, in my church, and in my community. I never realized like it was really ingrained and it really had a purpose. It's amazing that it's amazing that I can sit here today and find a balance, calibration. I'm learning. I was never taught, and I'm not blaming anyone. A lot of people hear me and they just hear me to respond. They don't hear me to understand. And I get that because we all have connections, and you never want to not believe that something may not be the way you think something is. I mean, I, of all people, should know that. You don't want to live a whole life believing one thing and then one day you get a realization that, there's more. It's a hard pill to swallow. And I will say, through this whole process, even growing up when my mom was alive, my adopted mom, I will say I always felt sorry because I knew it was something that I didn't understand. This is why I've always been so curious and inquisitive, and something in my spirit has been driving me this whole time. And it's amazing. It's amazing. And it's amazing that I didn't fall hard enough to not even get this. Like there were times where I didn't have to make it. Like I really did not have to be sitting here today. There's been many times when I have made bad choices. Even all of those choices were bad because honestly, I never knew who I was. I knew who I was as per what people told me. And this is my first birthday weekend that I've actually known who I am, where I came from, who my mother is, who my father is, how I came into existence, why everything happened the way it did. And it's been a pill to swallow, but it's been my truth. And what I'm trying to do is to learn to stop resisting the reality. That is a hard process. I went through every form of resistance there is, and the fact remains the same. Today I'm waking up with a reality, and I am realizing that That was something I just had to go through, and I still have to figure out a way to process this and turn this into something that is not a thorn in my side, but a stepping stone to build me and not break me, which is actually what I've had to do with every other instance of my life. And I've done it. I've done it over and over and over again. But now I'm understanding the process, and I actually want to know the science of this process so that I can avoid the resistance. Days like yesterday, I want to be able to handle them better. I want to be able to handle them more positively. If I'm going to write this book, I'm going to have a lot of days of resistance. And I want to figure out within this vortex of creation. I love Abraham Hicks. If I had not ran across her videos, I don't think I would be okay today. I really don't. Because I'm talking to people about it, and I need to hear the right words or else I'm going to just stay stuck. And there's a lot of people connected here. I have my adopted family. I have cousins, like their grandmother and great grandmother is my aunt. So it's a lot of people connected to me, and a lot of these connections are very uncomfortable. And they have been this whole time. And now we're understanding one lie. One lie can really change the dynamics of how you treat someone or how you see someone for a lifetime. And secrets are bad. I'm gonna get some cups. I'm gonna get some coffee mugs and sell them. Secrets are bad. I'm living data of that. Secrets are bad. You just never know how they'll affect someone. But I'm in this place. I'm in this new place today where I'm actually gaining. Like I'm realizing yesterday was actually a gain. Me and my cousin got on a different level from where we were because I was able to express something and she was able to express something, and I felt her and she felt me, and we haven't been there in years because no one understood me. And I want to stop and say right now, no one should be mad at me for anything for these past 40 years, okay? Because I didn't even know who the hell I was. I knew I was what these people told me I was. I was who they told me to be. I was who they told me to be. I don't know if it was illegal to be beating children back then, but I was beat. Today, ACS would have removed me from their home. And when I say that, people get emotional and what is it? It's like defensive for their family, and I get that. But let's be real. If I was doing that to my daughter, you guys wouldn't hesitate to get her taken from me. Please. I'm getting out of the resistance. Let me back up because there's an energy that's attached to it, and it's heavy and it's dark and it makes me angry, and I turn into this monster and I'm just angry. And they've seen it before. I know that person. I call her Vaquisha. Promise you. She is angry. And she's very protective of me. And she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She loves who I love, though. But she's very blunt. As for me, I want to learn how to balance that. Like I've named the resistance. My resistance frequency is named Boquisha. Oh my goodness. And she comes when I'm drinking. I saw my sister, my Harlem sister. We met when I came here to the shelter. And that's another thing. I'm dealing with, and I have to say this because I know a lot of people are going to see this live and probably never comment, never say anything, but it needs to be said and it needs to be heard. A lot of people I am going to disconnect from. And it's not a bad thing. And I'm doing it for myself and my daughter because I don't want to sweep under the rug the fact that I went to a shelter. I can't just sweep that under the rug, the instances it took for me to get there. Because everywhere, when you get somewhere and you can sit, as I sit here in my beautiful Manhattan apartment, I decorated my home, my space, and my daughter's in there asleep. Just took her insulin. I might make me some more coffee and put this on mute for a second, pour me a little more coffee as I sit here, actually in bliss. I'm literally at bliss. This is something I never had. Never. Never. And I've been here a year now, and I'm like, don't get it twisted. Don't see me sharing my process of healing, something we as labeled Black people need to do one by one, all at the same time. Don't get it twisted that I don't have a balance of peace and love in my home with my daughter. Look at my daughter. My daughter is not sneaking out the window like I was doing. There's no men around her. She's not in the streets. She's not being preyed on. She's not being ignored. She's not being told she don't have feelings. She's beautiful. I made it. I literally made it. But at the end of the day, making it is just half of it. Like, I still have baggage. I have a whole life. All of my birthday parties, from the first to the child to last year. Was it last year or the year before last? Whatever. Like, all of this stuff matters to me. So I have to learn how to balance this stuff, because that DNA test was the biggest thing. And it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's always something like huge. Something like huge. Who would have thought when I was 6 years old watching, what was that show? Michael J. Fox was in it. He was a teenager, and it was a family, and one of them was adopted. And who would have thought, I'm 6 years old, and my mom would have just looked at me and said, that's what you are. You're adopted. That day was the day changed my life. She confused me. Like, that's all she said. So I looked at it like a disease or something, like an ailment, like arthritis. I thought that was a friend of hers that she just kept going to see because she couldn't ever take me nowhere because of arthritis. You know, I was a child. I didn't understand anything these older people that's been here since the 1900s was even talking about. Like, we were like separated from like 3-4 generations. Like, we needed a therapist. Seriously. Period. And I wanted that, but she was, she was too old. She said, she told everybody she didn't want to do it. It was too much. Well, it takes work to raise children. Every child has specific needs, and I had many. I don't know what my mother went through in 9 months with me in her stomach. My situation was different than Brian. This is why I was done the way I was. It's so, like, the writing is on the wall. They don't even have to be alive anymore. As I'm writing this book and I'm breaking down scenes, and it's talking. This is really, I don't understand everything about it. I'm not going to sit here like I'm the scholar of trauma. I cannot do that. But I am gaining insight and understanding. Like, I have to do that. I can't, I literally have to take myself out of this story to do that, because I'm so close and connected to it, and it's emotional and it's painful and it's, it's heavy. So I can't heal and tell the story at the same time. So I was unrealistic in the beginning because I'm like, okay, first of all, I was putting it off. I want to give a lot of love and send it out into the universe to my niece and my sister. Like, I was putting it off. I'm like, well, I'll get the outline done by this summer. Honey, I got the outline done like a week ago in like 1 hour because I'm sitting here as if this story doesn't already exist. And that's the emotional side of me. So calibration is important for me to move forward. And I learned that from Abraham Hicks. If you are dealing with something and you can't really like get your hands around it so you can get your grip on it, doesn't mean to eliminate it, because some things you're going to go through are just cannot be eliminated. I can't erase this. I have a birthday every year. My mom is on this land and I can't talk to her. Out of everyone involved in this situation, us two are the only ones alive. Now, that's saying something. That's saying something. And it's speaking loudly to me. And every day I reset. And I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful that abortions were not available to blacks in the 70s. I'm sorry for everything else our family and people had to go through. It's horrible. I'm learning more and more legally, policy wise, social construct, governance construct. I'm learning all of this in my Africana studies with narrative. Please, if you have not joined them, I believe narrative is $15 a month or $150 a year. Now, I don't really recommend stuff just because I'm into things that change lives, though, and I highly recommend you investing your time and what they have set up. It's probably because Dr. Carr is from Philly. It probably has something to do with that. He's an amazing teacher. I feel calibrated on a positive vibe today. I know that I am going to create something beautiful, something meaningful, something that will outlive me, and something that will benefit my daughter and everyone else that I love. I have to stop and say Grand Rising. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Thursday. It is January the 20th. Happy birthday to my cousin Kendra, my Uncle Billy's daughter. Happy birthday. I never forget. Yesterday was my niece. I got so many nieces now. It don't make no sense. It does all love. My niece Teresa, her birthday was yesterday, January 19th. The day before that, January 18th, was my Aunt Mac. May she rest in heaven. And matter of fact, no, I need you to walk with me. May she continue to walk with me and continue to encourage me as she always did when she was here. Her birthday was the 18th. And tonight at midnight, honey, I will be in here doing splits, okay? Yes, I will. No, I won't. I'm gonna try to stop doing splits. I asked the doctor, like, when am I supposed to stop doing them? Because I don't want to accidentally do one, and it's like I'm not supposed to be doing one, and I'll be in the hospital. Like, I just don't want to go through that. But it's a new day. It's a new day. I am so grateful to be able to even be here today and give my contributions. Got class Saturday. I need to go into the medicine maroon chest and see what we're gonna cook today. I need to go to the store. It's probably gonna be cold. It's supposed to snow around 10, so I'll probably go like around 2. 'Cause I don't think it's gonna snow that bad. 'Cause it's kind of warm here. It's a beautiful day in New York. It seems quiet. Yesterday morning was crazy. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. The police was out there. I thought they was coming up in here. They scared the crap out of me. They wasn't coming here. I hope that family is okay. It's coffee time though. I'm not gonna hold you. I need like 2 more cups this morning. I want you to have a safe and beautiful day. I'm not gonna stay out here today because my juices are flowing. Like my brain juices are just like really like I want to get in. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might make me some music. I don't know if I'm gonna mess with the book until maybe after the weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I'm noticing it changes my frequency, and I don't want to run from it either. So I'm gonna have to learn how to calibrate around this book so I can kind of stay a little more balanced as I'm writing. I think my next section I want to write is about the premonition that this woman gave me in Southwest Philadelphia. I will never forget. It was like 12 years ago. It'll probably be 13 years because Gina's about to be another year added because I'm adding another year. So yeah, it was like 13 years ago. This woman told me this was going to happen. Like she didn't tell me like you know what I'm saying, like word for word, but she was like, "There's a big secret. But listen, you have to realize that your mother loves you. You are loved." She said, "But there's a big secret." She said, "It's gonna come out, but you have to wait a long time." And I was like, "This lady is crazy." She don't get out of my face. I'm like, "You sure? What are you talking about?" I went and asked my mom. My mom was like, "Girl, get out of here. That lady don't know what you talk about." She never knew what grandmom did. It was a secret. I was a secret. I wonder if grandmom convinced mommy not to put me on the obituary. Because grandmom wanted, she never wanted this to come out. This is amazing. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. But then again, the possibilities are not endless. The fact that I don't know the possibilities, that makes it endless. But there's one story. There's one reality. And it will be revealed to me. I'm gonna ask the universe for patience and just show it to me because it will. It will be revealed. So I'm grateful for my calibration today through this pain. And it actually is a game. Isn't that? And it's like I'm laughing because it's like it was so simple. I had to stop. Like, okay, it's levels. I had to really break myself down in levels of this. I'm gonna have the level that deals with this. Then I'm gonna have the level that packages it, not sweeps it under the rug, but packages it in a positive light so that I can move on in peace to the next day. It's simple, but it's hard because you have to have that mentality to even have these thoughts for calibration. Like you can't do it without the thoughts, and that's not. It, it, it's it's a process. It's a real process. Growing is a process. Growing is a process. I really thank you for joining me this morning. I hope something that I said was able to resonate with you. It's going to be a good day. Peace and love. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. Stay aware. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe. Hit my like button. Share some love with me. What a day to be alive and well.